Well, hello. Kathleen Caldwell here. So delighted to welcome you to our day 4. Oh my gosh, where did the week go? We have had a very robust and powerful week with our back to school biz boot camp, and it's been so terrific. Today's theme in 27 minutes is about how to monetize your visionary thought leadership. This is so critical now to be able to have multiple streams of income. And we're going to talk a little bit about this and get some interaction going. So welcome to you. We so appreciate you watching our rebroadcast and so appreciate everyone who's here. Sarah, thank you. And for all the ladies and gentlemen that will be participating, big kisses to you as well. So here we go. Yes, and I'm Kathleen Caldwell, founder of C-Suite Networks, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, and the Women's Success Accelerator. So I am focused on visionary thought leadership and what's the transformation that I provide to my clients and ultimately to my communities and to the world. So these are some things that I know you're already thinking about is what's the problem you're solving, the challenge that you're solving, what's the transformation, what's the promise of the work that you're doing, and the whole purpose of the work that you're doing, and why does it matter? So that's what I think visionary thought leadership is all about. It's having a vision and having thoughts and getting it out in the world as a leader. So I'm an author, a speaker, I'm part of C-Suite Network, and I have a lot of irons in the fire, but not too many that I loving my life, loving my business, and the same for each of you. So we've been going back to school and, just a quick recap of the last couple of days, that excitement of going back to school and having a purpose in our life. Summer break was great for all of us in business and in school, but it's great to get back to the focus. The leaves are starting to change, the weather's changing. So we have this great opportunity, not only for ourselves, but also to inspire our clients and our communities to get back to school as well. Okay. And so what we did on day 1 and day 2 is we focused on our big why. What are we doing and why are we doing it for ourselves and also for our clients? What's our big why and our big promise for the work we're doing with our clients? And how can it be big, bold, indulgent, and also generous? So we spent some time focusing in on that, and the rebroadcasts are great. Please take a look. You'll get all of the downloads on that. And then day 3 was all about powerful triplex listening. Triplex listening. And triplex listening is a trademark program that I've put together and I've created, which is powerful listening for client connection. So we spent some time yesterday. It was a great program yesterday. And listening with your head, your heart, your soul, your passion, your commitment, just listening with all of you. And we practiced yesterday. It was fun. Sarah was on our program yesterday. Thank you, Sarah. It was really great. Thanks for you being on and practicing. We had a good time. And of course, today is day 4, how to monetize. So we're incorporating skills, thought leadership, ideas, ways that you can build, start, grow, scale, and monetize your coaching, consulting, thought leader, and trusted advisor business. So today is all about visionary thought leadership. And so I'd like to just share a couple slides and then we'll get our conversation going. Is I believe that visionary thought leadership, it's not a destination. How will we ever know if we get there, so to speak? It's really a journey. And I believe it starts with a commitment of, I'd like to be out there in the world. I have a message that I want to communicate, that I'm passionate about, and I want to deliver it to communities, to people, to groups, to corporations, to organizations, non-for-profits, whatever, government, education, whatever it is. But I believe it starts with having a point of view, having a passion, having a group of people that can really benefit from your thought leadership. So, we'll never really get there, so to speak. Now, there are going to be some great milestones along the way, for sure, but this is a process. It just doesn't happen overnight. And I believe it's a day-by-day commitment to get out there, post and be visible and make a difference. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. So, I just would love to show a couple slides as well. Is, as a visionary thought leader, you're watching this, and there are a lot of channels. There's a lot of social that you could be participating in. I mean, there's more social activity than we really have lifetimes for. It's just incredible. So with all of the confusion, I think it's important to focus on who are we passionate about serving, and what is it that we are called to serve them with? And, what are the social channels? What are the mechanisms that you can use to move your thought leadership forward? So we can't do all of these, but we can participate and be a thought leader on many of them. And so I'd like to just present a couple more ideas, but I believe that monetizing your thought leadership is really, where are you passionate? Here's a book signing that I did a couple of years ago, a group that I was speaking to, a very large group. And then at the very bottom was a group that I worked with, a group of bankers. And this is part of my corporate work that I do, but I have a program called Team Intelligence. And I so love working with leaders and executives and having them work better together. So that's part of my passion. So I've taken a couple photos, but it's important, I think, to visualize, imagine, picture, pretend the people in front of you that you want to work with, that you are working with, that you are helping and assisting and guiding and mentoring, and envisioning the groups of people, the lives that will be changed. That's not an underestimation, the lives that will be changed. And I know with all of the communities that I've served, lives have been changed. People tell me this. So I feel very, very excellent about this. So monetizing your visionary thought leadership. So choosing the areas, the things that you love to do. And I most especially love serving women. I love serving women. So I frequently gather my clients together. We do a lot of social fun things together. We have an annual holiday luncheon and fashion show that we participate in. It's so great. So this is a picture from a recent program that I led. And so gathering together people is part of what I love to do. The eminent and consummate hostess. And then thinking about, what is it that you'd like to do? How do you want to do it? How do you want to transform people's work, their lives, their perspectives, their health, their relationships, their communication, whatever it is that you're passionate about? There are so many ways to monetize your visionary thought leadership. So many different ways to do it. And, you could start with a small book, an ebook, maybe a mini course, moving up to maybe a premium course, events, coaching, consulting, masterminds, councils, all kinds of different ways, seminars, workshops, trainings, strategic planning sessions. I mean, all of these, you have so many different choices. So I'd like to pause for a moment, and I've kind of delivered a lot of stuff quickly, but just curious, Sarah, what are some thoughts around your visionary thought leadership? How do you see yourself showing up even bigger in the world? What would be a dream environment or situation for you? Because we're going to call it forward, dear.
Oh boy, dream environment would definitely, that journey isn't fully there yet, if I can be honest, because it's so large. It's difficult at times to hone in on it. It really is. So I'm not completely there. What I know for sure is the passion to reach out to individuals. It doesn't matter where the platform stems from, so that they may be able to take the fundamentals of the topic and teach it themselves within their group or organization. So it still needs some honing and some tailoring.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what are you thinking of describing a train the trainer kind of thing, or a certification kind of thing?
It actually comes from Dr. Nan Henderson. So she would be the mentor, the initiator, the to implement within an organization or within the state or community. And then from her, we expand that outward.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Yes.
It's
And,
already out there.
yeah, absolutely. And I also think, your particular point of view, I know this about really guiding and mentoring people to live more resilient lives and to have more resiliency in their life. I know that's a passion point for you as well.
Correct,
And
because it is,
goodness knows, don't we need that, more of that, right?
we certainly do. And to sustain it is the challenge. You see that out there, people get a little bit hits, little parts, throughout, but they don't get the whole formulation to really impact how to sustain resiliency and be a resilient individual. So,
Yes.
yeah.
What an excellent point that you're bringing up, because, I believe that real change happens over a series of 4 seasons. So real change happens in a year. And, the statistics about, a habit becomes a new habit in something like 75 to 90 days. Okay, great. But your point about sustainability is so important. Yes. And what are your thoughts about, what could be possible for you around helping people long term to keep up the habits, keep it so that it becomes part of their lifestyle and their point of view and their life vision?
To help them once they have the formulation of how to maintain it, once they learn it, is to recognize the journey is ongoing and point out where those journeys interconnect, to see the bridge, to connect the dots, however you want to phrase it. There is a formulation to that, and to recognize, oh, maybe I won't implement this right now, and that's just fine because it's not there for me and it doesn't relate to me at this moment. Giving them those tools is such an eye opener.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sarah, great points that you're bringing up. And, the one thing that I did not mention, but you're helping to bring this forward, is the power, I believe, of visionary thought leadership. It's really not about us, it's about them. And so what are the tools, what are the communities, what are the strategies that people need in order to execute, resiliency or changing their business, changing their life, whatever it may be? What are the tools they need short term? But I believe also it's the ongoing coaching, support, and mentoring along with community. The community will help pull people forward. And I think also communities pull people forward or keep people stuck, communities that are not great. Yes, yes. Have you seen that in your life or in your business as well, Sarah? The power of community?
Absolutely. That's number one. But also remember, if it is starting not to enhance you within a short period of time, a quarter is what I usually recommend. Is one quarter.
A quarter. Yeah.
That gracefully exit.
Yeah. Excellent. Such good points. Yes. And Napoleon Hill talking about the power of the mastermind, and of course the powerful, wonderful Jim Rohn talking about in many of his books, the power of that we have the average income of the 7 people that we most hang around with, that we're mentored by, that we're guided by, that we choose to spend our time with. So as he often said, is if we want more opportunity, we want more adventure, we want more income, we want more impact, we've got to be in community with people who are already doing that and become that person that we want to become. So yes. So folks, you're watching a webinar on strategies for monetizing visionary leadership, but thought leadership. But boy, isn't this really about life too? Yeah. Yeah. Sarah, any other points that you'd like to bring up about visionary thought leadership from your perspective?
Don't do it alone. You need a mentor.
Don't do it alone. That's right.
You need to find someone you can connect with that believes in you as much as you believe in them, and let them help you directly, not indirectly.
Yeah. Yes. Thank
Allow
what
the
a great
help.
Yes, that's it. And, as I was showing yesterday, I got this beautiful little plaque from one of my clients, about being a daydream believer. So there we go. Yeah, being around people that will believe in us, believe in our daydreams, believe in not only daydreams, but turning those daydreams into real dreams and real plans and real opportunities, being around those people. So yeah, great, great. And of course, I think having practices to connect with our source, whoever that is, the God, the goddess, whatever it is, whomever, to connect with our higher power, I think is very, very important as not only a grounding technique, but also a lifting technique. I think we're all born for so much more opportunity. And I know that for myself, I'm often the one that gets in the way of my own opportunities. So, paving the way, the journey, not just a destination, but the journey along the way. So yeah, good. Any other parting words, Sarah, from you? You've been such a wonderful part of our back to school biz boot camp. I really appreciate you and appreciate your point of view. And by the way, if you're when you're watching the broadcast, folks, be sure to get connected to Sarah Kinney on LinkedIn, and also Kathleen Caldwell Consulting Group, as well as C-Suite Networks, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. We're all over LinkedIn, aren't we, Sarah?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah.
Probably my parting words would be, remember, like Kathleen started with this whole program, it starts with you, then it's you and I, then it's you and I and them. It just continues out, but start with you. It's all okay. The journey is yours to be had.
Folks, powerful words of wisdom. Thank you, Sarah Kinney. Beautiful. Thank you. Good. So I'm just going to finish up with a little couple final slides. And, I think the key is with this monetizing your visionary thought leadership, you have so many choices. We've got choices, speaking, writing, podcasts, seminars, workshops, trainings. Oh my goodness gracious. There's more opportunity than we have hours for in the day. So I believe choose the path that you love and you enjoy, that you feel the most passionate about, and try different things. Get involved with different kinds of ways, workshops and strategy sessions and strategic planning. Work with individuals in a B2C kind of way, and also work with teams, executives, corporations. We're going to have special programs. If you look in our YouTube channel, we've got a lot about how to break into corporate, but I think it's important now more than ever to diversify our income and to really have a lot of opportunities and to be able to serve more people. So that's really the goal in a variety of ways. Be strategic, be around people that will lift you, guide you, mentor you. And so with that, just wondering, Sarah, what's your big takeaway and perhaps an action step? And for all of you watching the broadcast, we ask you the same question. Biggest takeaway and next step.
Co-career. Big takeaway is really co-career our futures, so that we can connect even further.
Powerful, powerful. That's right. Don't do it alone, as you said. Yes, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so with that, more to come Tuesday through Friday of next week. Oh my goodness, more topics, more participation. And with that, we'd love to have you join the C-Suite Network, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, and would love to have a one-on-one strategy call with you. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your career. We will put together a mini plan in less than 30 minutes and get you in the right direction, get you motivated, inspired with your purpose, with your why, and with some specific strategies that you can take to become the visionary thought leader that you're called to become. So with that, thanks for now. Can't wait to see you next Tuesday. Bye for now. Big hugs, big kisses. Bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.